I overdosed on coffee, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And the craziest part is that every single time I did overdose, I continued to drink coffee as if nothing happened because I never really saw it as a problem. I just thought, okay, I had too much coffee. It is what it is. But it really wasn't. And after my last overdose, that's when I figured I need to stop and I can't continue consuming this. The last time I overdosed on coffee was a little bit over 2 years ago now. My mouth started getting dry. It started getting dry, but it also started getting watery at the same time. All of a sudden, nausea comes up out of nowhere. But it got to a point where it was so bad that I knew I had to throw up. As I get up to go to the bathroom, I'm not even able to walk straight. I have to hold my arms against the wall to be able to get to the bathroom so I could throw up, and I still don't even make it all the way. I end up throwing up all over the bathroom floor, and then I knock myself out. I fall backwards, I hit my head on the door behind me, and I'm there cold. I'm out cold. I don't even know how long I've passed out for, but eventually I'm woken up because I just hear my mom crying or something, and I'm able to open my eyes a little bit. Everything's a little bit fuzzy, but I see my dad's in front of me, my mom's in front of me, my sister's like behind me too. And I am just so confused as to like what's going on. Like I don't even remember that I just passed out and threw up. I'm like, why is everyone like around me? Like move out of the way. Like let me get up so I can get out of here. Like why am I on the floor? Like I could not remember that I just threw up and I passed out. But like I couldn't even stand up properly. I'm so weak and trembly that every time I did try standing up, I'd end up falling back. There's one time where I tried getting up and then I banged the back of my head on the doorknob, and I was like, okay, I can't get up. I give up. I feel a little bit better after throwing up, but I still like not able to function properly. So I go back on the couch that I was laying on and I go rest there. And I'm not able to open my eyes or anything because every time I open my eyes, I just feel a lot worse. So I'm there with my eyes closed, drifting in and out of consciousness. I feel like I'm floating on clouds while I'm laying down. You know how when you go swimming and you just go lay down on the water and you're just kind of floating there on your back? That is literally how I felt sitting on this couch or like laying down on this couch. And I've struggled with a lot of vices and addictions, but none of them were ever this hard to quit. Every single one I could think about it wasn't a problem for me to quit. But coffee is something else. Coffee, caffeine, whatever. I just couldn't keep my hands off of it. About 2 years since I've actively tried to quit coffee, and it's been difficult up until recently where I'm actually starting to find some success in quitting coffee. Because coffee is not just a drink to me. I'm sure it's not just a drink to you either. You don't just consume coffee for the sake of consuming coffee. No, this is something that you integrate it into your life. You are meeting someone for the first time. You might go and grab a cup of coffee because that's just what you do. You wake up in the morning, you have coffee to start your day. It's just what you do. You have exams coming up, you have finals coming up, you are sleep deprived, whatever it is, you have coffee to help you. Coffee wasn't just a drink to me. It was my safety net. Whenever I had a bad night of sleep, coffee was there to pick me up. Whenever I felt stressed out and I needed to calm myself down, coffee was there to help me. Whenever I felt unmotivated, I just did not want to go to the gym, coffee was there to help me. Whatever the situation is, I always had coffee to help me. Even though I want to get rid of it completely, I just couldn't. Because every time I stopped, I just started having withdrawals. Those pounding headaches you get whenever you're trying to quit coffee, the brain fog, the lethargy. It's just like I couldn't quit if I wanted to because I'm so physically dependent on it. And it got to a point where I wasn't drinking coffee just to drink coffee. I wasn't drinking it because I needed it. I was drinking it so I could stop having withdrawals, so that I could actually be normal. And the only times I was actually somewhat successful was every single time I got sick. I'd get sick once a year or something. And during that time, I don't want to drink coffee. I don't want to have anything that has caffeine in it. And even if I wanted to, like, I was just like sleeping all day because I'm so sick and I'm so fatigued that I just like, it doesn't even matter if I have coffee or not because I'm gonna be sleeping anyways. So that really would kickstart the time that I spent not drinking coffee or whatever. And it helped because every single time I did that, I'd go maybe a month without it, and I'd have all these benefits of not drinking coffee. but then I'd go back to it because I miss it. And I put myself in some situation where it's like I would benefit from drinking coffee. Like I'd go and sleep late and then I have to go to school the next day or something. And now I'm there making coffee in my kitchen because I didn't get a good night of sleep, which ends up spiraling back into my coffee addiction, right? This is basically the story of my life the past few years. But it wasn't until like December of 2024 when I made substantial progress in quitting caffeine, because I made it to like 50 days without coffee, 50 days without caffeine, 50 days without tea. And I felt the best I have ever felt in the past couple of years. Like uh, my mental sharpness, my brain was sharper than it's ever been. My productivity was way more than I've ever had been productive. And it doesn't make sense because we drink coffee to be more productive. We drink coffee to be more alert. But here I am not drinking coffee for almost 2 months and I am more awake, more alert, more productive than I've ever been than when I did consume coffee. I'd go from drinking 4, 5, maybe even 6 cups of coffee a day down to 0. And it's difficult, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to be a slave to this addiction. I want to be free from this addiction. And I want to help you do the same, because I know if you're watching this, if you're still watching this, you probably relate and you are probably trying to quit coffee too. And I'm not saying caffeine is evil. Some people will tell you that, oh yeah, caffeine, get rid of it forever. It's the worst thing to ever exist. I understand that there's some people who want to use caffeine. Some people don't actually have a problem with caffeine. They don't get addicted. They don't even like caffeine that much. They might have it once a month or something. But we're not those people. If we're the ones who are we're the ones, we have problems, so we can't say that caffeine is good and justify it by consuming like a cup or two a day. We need to get rid of it for good, so we know what our baseline is when we don't consume it. Because you could be so much more productive than you think. You could be able to function so much better than you think, not have these health problems, these like anxiety problems, these productivity problems. You wouldn't have these problems if you quit coffee, and you wouldn't know that until you quit. But the reason why you don't quit is because we're so brainwashed by everyone telling us that caffeine is a miracle drug. Like, if you are dumb if you don't drink coffee, you're doing yourself a disfavor. That is what I'm trying to disprove. That is what I'm trying to stop. Because I know you can do a lot better than you think, but you just don't know it because you are blinded by this black cup of poison. Because coffee is some dangerous stuff. I honestly think you should quit altogether. There's gonna be some people who argue, well, look at all these benefits of coffee. You just said it yourself that it makes you more productive. It makes you do all this. But it's like, at what cost? Is it really worth all the withdrawal symptoms? Is it really worth being a slave to coffee where you can't function without it? You need your coffee, and now you don't have your coffee, you can't do what you wanted to do for the day. I don't think that's any way to live, and I know that you don't want to live like that either. And that's why I started this channel, to promote caffeine abstinence. We're gonna do this together. This is day 0 of quitting caffeine. I'm gonna make daily updates, at least the first week for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna do it the entire month, because I will be updating the series like throughout the year. Not gonna be making daily videos because I want to make more like specific videos on like how to quit coffee, not quit coffee, how to, whatever events that come up, like should you be drinking coffee, how to be more productive when you're not drinking coffee, whatever it is. But I want to be able to help you because I know the struggles, and I think I cracked the sauce to actually quitting coffee for good. I'll see you in the next video.